Hello and good morning, everyone. Today we shall do a lesson. The title of this lesson is taken up as the name of your supplementary reader book. Yes, today we shall do lesson 8 of your supplementary reader, A Pact with the Sun. This story was written by Zakir Hussain in Urdu and has been translated and modified for your understanding. Zakir Hussain or Dr. Zakir Hussain Khan was a former president of India. He was born on 8th February 1897 in Hyderabad and died on 3rd May 1969 in New Delhi while he was serving as President of India. The original title of the story is Sunshine for Amma, which has been modified to A Pact with the Sun in this book. Dr. Zakir Hussain was fond of writing stories and books, and most of his writings were dedicated for children. Some of his writings are A Flower Song, The Puri That Ran Away, Sunshine for Amma, which we will be studying in now under the title A Pact with the Sun, Little Chicken in a Hurry, and many more to list. Zakir Hussain Khan was an Indian economist and politician. He was awarded with prestigious Padma Vibhushan and Bharat Ratna. He was the founder of Jamia Millia Islamia University. Now, let's get started with the lesson A Pact with the Sun. The lesson tells the story of a child whose innocent request is granted by heaven. Her wish is fulfilled. Her mother has fallen sick and she has to bask in the sun for recovery as advised by the specialist. Sun fights with the adamant clouds to provide her sunlight. Her mother recovers finally. Let me read out the introductory part. Saida's mother has not received proper medical treatment for her complaints. She is denied healthy food, sunlight, and fresh air. At last, she consults a good physician who gives her effective medicine and sound advice. Saida's mother has been ailing for a long time. Fever, cough, body ache, painful joints, and what not. Treated by a variety of physicians for weeks, she often showed signs of improvement but soon relapsed into her old. Relapsed means return to, or sickness deteriorated after a period of improvement. That is, shown improvement initially, but then after some time back to the same condition. Sick self and one complaint substituted by another. Though weak and colorless, she was forbidden normal food and was under strict orders to remain perpetually confined to her small, dingy room with doors and windows fastened, deprived of sunshine and fresh air. In those days, Hakims were the doctors, or Hakims were treating these people. So, Saida's mother had many health issues. She had constant fever, cough, body ache, joint pains, and many more issues were there. She was treated by different hakims or physicians for weeks, but then once she would show improvement and soon she was back to the same old sick self, and one complaint was replaced by another complaint. Though she was weak and colorless means lack of blood, anemic, she was anemic. She was forbidden normal food. Why she was forbidden normal food? They were very poor. She could not afford good food, and She was under the strict orders of different hakims and her neighbors that she should be perpetually confined. Perpetually means forever or continuously. Confined means restricted in an area. That is, she should not move out of the room. Besides, she should always keep her doors and windows fastened. Fastened means closed, and dingy means gloomy, and she was deprived of sunshine and fresh air. You can see in this picture, this is Saida's mother. This is Saida standing next to her bed. This is a specialist doctor who has come to treat her. And the neighbors you can see here standing and talking about Saida's mother's health. You can see a window over here which is totally sealed. When she became critical, her relatives and neighbors persuaded her to consult a specialist, even though his fees was likely to be high. So, when she became very critical, her sickness became very critical, her neighbors and relatives persuaded. Persuaded means induce or insist her to do something through reasoning. Okay, to consult a specialist, and specialist means his fees would be very high. Life is more precious than money, they said. Saida's mother was poor, but she heeded their advice and sold a few trinkets to pay the doctor's fee and the cost of medicine. So Saida's mother was very poor. She was not having any money to pay the specialist, but she heeded means paid attention to their advice, and she sold a few trinkets. Trinkets means an item of jewelry that is of little value. To pay the fees of the doctor, she sold her jewelry. The doctor came in a few days and examined her and prescribed effective but costly medicine. So in few days the specialist came and examined her health. Then he prescribed her some medicine, but that medicine was costly. To the question as to what she should eat, he said, anything you wish to eat. Chapati, vegetables, milk, fruits, etc. In addition to all this, he added emphatically, leave this dark hovel and occupy a bigger room with doors and windows open. Besides the food, what did he strictly said? He said that emphatically means in a forced way. In a forced way, he told her to leave this hovel. Hovel means a small room that is dirty and in bad condition. To leave this small dingy room and shift to a bigger room, and the doors and windows of that room should be open. Sit in the sun every morning from 8 to 9. Besides that, he said you should go and sit in the open. Get the sunlight. From time, what did he mention? From morning 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Sunshine and fresh air, he concluded, are more important than medicine. So he said that besides the medicine, you must get sunshine and fresh air. The doctor and his advice became a subject of noisy commentary among all present. So there was a disagreement among the people regarding the advice of doctor. Some favored while others opposed it. Exposure to sun and air for someone afflicted with chronic cough was dangerous, an experienced lady declared. So an old experienced lady declared that any person who is afflicted means affected adversely with chronic cough. Chronic means persisting for a long time. So any person who is having cold since very long, it could be dangerous for that person to sit in open and come in contact with the air. Her condition may get worse. A younger neighbor nearly quarreled with her over this. Okay, another person who was younger than her, she nearly quarreled that what you are saying, it is not right. Too exhausted to participate in the debate, Saida's mother remained quiet but determined to follow the doctor's advice. So Saida's mother was determined that whatever the neighbors may say, but I will follow doctor's advice. Forget the consequences, she said at last. I will carry out his instructions to the letter. To the letter means exactly the way the doctor has said. Move my bed into the next room and let me sit in the sun on my charpoy for an hour. So she asked Saida to shift her bed to a bigger room, to the next room, and that she need to take sunlight every day sitting on the charpoy for an hour. Part 2. The sky remains overcast with clouds for a few days. Saida makes a special request to the sun rays to help her mother get well. The sun rays keep their word, come down in large numbers and give new life to Saida's mother. It so happened that the sky remained overcast next morning. Overcast means clouded, covered with clouds. The same was the case the following day. Saida's mother was dejected. Dejected means unhappy. She muttered. Muttered means say something in low voice. Who muttered? Saida's mother muttered. O Lord of mine, why have you ordered the sun to remain hidden? So she's telling, oh Lord, why you have ordered the sun to hide when I need the sun rays so much? How will I ever be cured? Saida was playing with her doll nearby and she heard her mother's lament but kept calm. Lament means a passionate expression of sorrow. She heard her mother's sorrow but she kept calm. Later in the afternoon, when she stumbled means to trip, on a spot of pale sunlight in the courtyard, she ran to her mother to say the sun was there. So in the afternoon when she was playing, she just saw a dull pale sunshine in the courtyard, and immediately she ran to her mother to show that the sunlight is there. No, no, said everybody present. It's too late and chilly. Your mother can't sit out there. Disheartened, Saida returned to her doll. There was no sun really except for its last remnant, entangled in the top branches of the family mango tree. Actually, there was no sunlight actually. Remnant means a part that is left after the greater part has been used or removed. So it was only the living light of the sun. They were just vanishing. Now, children have at their command a secret language, foreign to grown-ups altogether, in which they fluently communicate with trees, flowers, animals, the sun and the moon, perhaps even with the Almighty. So what it is said that children like you have a special secret language in which they can communicate fluently with the trees and flowers, animals, sun, and even with the God. Using that special language, using that special secret language, Saida addressed her remark to the last departing ray of the sun. So to the remnant rays of the sun, she is just asking them. Okay, she is just talking to them. Dearest sister, whom she is addressing as dearest sister, to the rays of the sun. Do come tomorrow with lots of warmth and brightness. You see, my mother is ill and needs your help. So here she is pleading with the sun rays to come tomorrow in a stronger way, in a brighter and warmer way, so that her mother can be healed as per advice by the physician. Surely, answered the light. Don't look unhappy. We will be here at the fixed hour. So when I say communicate, it has to be communication, has to be two-way. When Saida requested the sun rays to come next morning, even the sun rays are responding back to her in the secret language that don't worry, don't be unhappy, we will come back in the fixed hour. That is, at usual time we will come tomorrow. Next day, early in the morning, when the sprightly sun rays embellished themselves for their journey down the earth, the sun said, "It's our day off again." So what happened in the next morning? Sprightly means full of energy. Embellished, make more attractive with more energy and radiation. So these sun rays were getting ready with more of decoration and with more of warmth. They were just ready to get their journey down the earth. But the sun, their father, said, "It's not a day. It's off again. It's a holiday for us today again. We are staying up here. The road of earth is blocked by an army of thick, mucky clouds." Mucky means covered with dirt. So father is telling that, no, my dear children, today also we are at rest. The road through which we go to the earth, that is again blocked with an army of thick and mucky. Mucky means dirty clouds. The little rays so much wanted to go down for a lark. Lark is a kind of bird that you can see here. But they remained quiet. So the little rays, on the order of their father, though they were very much willing to go down the earth, they kept quiet because father has ordered not to go. One of them, though, who had made a pact with the little Saida, said, "Sir, I can't stay back." But one was strong enough to revolt, who made promise with Saida that I will come at the fixed hour tomorrow. Said, "Sir, father, I can't stay back. I have given my word to Saida, whose mother is ill and needs our help. I will pierce through the clouds to reach Saida's courtyard. How else will her mother be cured?" So she's telling that rays of the sun is telling her father that I have promised this girl, her mother needs sunlight to be cured. If I don't go, how she will be cured? I will fight with the clouds and I'll make my way towards the earth. Hearing this, all the rays nearly staged a revolt against their father, the sun. So after hearing to this bold person, bold child, bold sun rays, that when he revolted, others also ganged up. They also came together and said, "No, father, we are not going to listen to you. We are going to go down the earth. Fancy staying back." They said in a single voice that we are not interested to stay back and take rest. What will the people of the earth say about us? That we of the heavens have turned liars? So they are telling we are not interested to stay back. What the people on the earth will say? We have given a word to the girl. And they will say that we, those who belong to heaven, have turned liars. The sun relented. Relented means became less intense. That is, he just subdued. "Please yourselves," he said. That means you do as you feel. "Mind your clothes though. The clouds are mucky." But the father advised you mind your clothes as the clouds are dirty. Your clothes may get dirty. "Never mind the clouds. We can always change, but go we must." So they were determined to go down and heal Saida's mother and keep their promise. So they said, "We don't mind even if our clothes get dirty, but we must go." And the rays rushed towards the earth. The clouds stood guard between them and Saida's courtyard. So the clouds were standing in between Saida's courtyard and the sun rays. They were blocking the way. The little rays focused their heat and they had enough of it on the battalion of clouds, which had to flee from its spot. So where they were posted, because the sun rays were strong enough, they had to leave their way. The rays got through, shooting past the bewildered clouds. Now here, the clouds got confused at what's happening, even though we are standing here. But how could this rays go, pierce between us and go down? They were already late. So here in this picture, you can see Saida's mother sitting outside waiting for the sunlight to come. And here, I think Saida is coming to give some good news. Saida saw the whole host of them approaching, and her heart leapt with joy. Her heart just jumped with joy seeing the sun rays coming down. She shouted, "Amma, Amma, the sun is here. Come out." The old lady's eyes welled up with tears of gratitude. So this old lady is now very thankful, and out of her joy, her eyes were filled with tears. Her charpoy was placed in the courtyard, and she sat on it for an hour, reclining against bolsters. Now what is bolsters? A long thick pillow placed under the other pillow for support. Okay, double pillows are kept for her rest. It had been months since she had felt the sun on her hands and face and breathed in fresh air. After months, as she was living in a closed room, she was forced to live in a closed room. She was very happy to get the sunlight and the fresh air. She thought she was in the new world. Though pale, her face glowed and her eyes shone bright. Though she was anemic, she was pale because of lack of blood. Her face glowed and her eyes shone bright. She saw her child too, bathed in sunlight, and kissed her. So she was seeing her child also getting the sunlight, and she was very happy, and she just pecked a kiss on her cheek. The morning air brought a new fragrance from nearby flowers. So this lady was getting this fresh air after a long, and she breathed the fragrance of flowers that were around her. The birds chanted a new tune. Saida's mother felt better already. She is fully recovered now after all the treatment, the medicines, and the basking in sunlight and getting fresh air. Over a period of time, she recovered completely, but she still follows the doctor's advice: an hour of sunlight and lungs full of fresh air every day. That was the advice by the doctor, Zakir Hussain. Translated from the Urdu and slightly modified. So the moral of the story is, A Pact with the Sun is an educative story. It tells us that fresh air and sunshine in the open are the key to sound health. The more a person will stay close to natural light and fresh air, the higher the quality of his life would be. Fresh air and sunlight both have healing powers. Thank you.